Life of the African bush elephant, from calves to titans. In the vast savannas of Africa, where acacia trees, the golden landscape in the horizon stretches endlessly, roams one of nature's most magnificent creatures, the African bush elephant. These gentle giants, scientifically known as Loxodonta africana, represent the largest land mammals on Earth, embodying both raw power and remarkable intelligence. Their journey from vulnerable calves to towering titans is a testament to resilience, family bonds, and the intricate balance of African ecosystems. The miracle of birth. The story of every African bush elephant begins with one of nature's most extraordinary pregnancies. After a gestation period of nearly 22 months, the longest of any mammal, a single calf emerges into the world, weighing between 220 and 250 pounds. This lengthy pregnancy allows the calf to develop the sophisticated brain structure necessary for the complex social behaviors that define elephant society. The birth itself is a community event, with female relatives forming a protective circle around the laboring mother. Midwife elephants assist in the delivery, helping to break the amniotic sac and encouraging the newborn to take its first breath. Within minutes of birth, the wobbly-legged calf must learn to stand, guided by gentle nudges from its mother and aunts. This immediate mobility is crucial for survival in the wild, where predators and environmental hazards pose constant threats. Early days, learning the fundamentals. A newborn elephant calf is born nearly blind, relying heavily on touch, smell, and sound to navigate its new world. The trunk, which will eventually become the most versatile tool in the animal kingdom, initially appears as an unwieldy appendage. Calves often trip over their trunks or struggle to coordinate the complex muscle movements required for basic functions like drinking and eating. During the first few months, the calf depends entirely on its mother's rich milk, which contains up to 15% fat content, significantly higher than cow's milk. This nutrient-dense sustenance supports rapid growth, allowing calves to gain several pounds daily. The nursing relationship extends far beyond nutrition, serving as the foundation for the profound emotional bond between mother and child that will last a lifetime. Learning to use the trunk effectively is perhaps the greatest challenge facing young elephants. This remarkable appendage contains over 40,000 muscles and serves as hand, nose, voice amplifier, and social communicator all in one. Calves spend countless hours practicing, watching their mothers and other family members demonstrate proper trunk techniques for gathering food, drinking water, and expressing emotions. The matriarchal society. African bush elephants live in complex matriarchal societies led by the oldest and most experienced female, typically the grandmother or great-grandmother of the group. These family units, consisting of related females and their offspring, form the backbone of elephant social structure. The matriarch's vast knowledge of seasonal migration routes, water sources, and danger zones proves invaluable for the survival of the entire herd. Young elephants benefit enormously from this multi-generational wisdom. They learn not just from their mothers, but from aunts, sisters, and cousins who collectively participate in child-rearing. This communal approach to parenting, known as alamothering, ensures that calves receive constant protection and guidance. When danger threatens, the entire herd mobilizes, forming defensive formations with the most vulnerable members shielded in the center. The social education of young elephants extends far beyond basic survival skills. They learn the intricate communication system that includes over 70 distinct vocalizations, from trumpeting calls that carry across miles to infrasonic rumbles below human hearing range. Body language, trunk gestures, and ear positions all convey specific meanings within the complex elephant vocabulary. Adolescence and coming of age. As elephants reach adolescence around age 12 to 15, dramatic changes reshape their social dynamics. Female elephants typically remain with their birth family throughout their lives, gradually assuming greater responsibilities within the matriarchal structure. They learn advanced foraging techniques, participate in calf care, and begin developing the leadership skills they may one day need as matriarchs themselves. Male elephants face a vastly different trajectory. Upon reaching sexual maturity, young bulls experience increasing aggression from older males and growing independence from the maternal herd. This natural process, known as dispersal, usually occurs between ages 12 to 15, though some males leave earlier while others remain with their families into their late teens. The transition to independent life represents one of the most challenging periods in a male elephant's existence. Suddenly cut off from the protective social network that defined their early years, young bulls must navigate the dangers of the African wilderness alone. Many form loose bachelor groups with other displaced males, learning essential survival skills through trial and error. The adult years, masters of their domain. Adult African bush elephants command respect throughout their ecosystem. Standing up to 13 feet tall and weighing as much as 14,000 pounds, mature bulls represent the pinnacle of terrestrial power. Their massive tusks, which grow continuously throughout their lives, serve as tools for stripping bark, digging for water, and asserting dominance during confrontations. Female elephants, though smaller than their male counterparts, wield tremendous influence within their social groups. Experienced matriarchs make life-or-death decisions for dozens of family members, drawing upon decades of accumulated knowledge to guide their herds through droughts, floods, and human encroachment. The daily life of adult elephants revolves around the constant search for food and water. These massive herbivores consume 300 to 400 pounds of vegetation daily, spending 12 to 18 hours foraging across vast territories. Their feeding habits profoundly impact African landscapes, creating clearings that benefit countless other species and dispersing seeds across great distances through their dung. Reproduction and legacy. The reproductive cycle of African bush elephants reflects their long-lived, slow-maturing nature. Females typically give birth to their first calf around age 12 to 15, then continue reproducing every 3 to 6 years throughout their fertile period, which extends into their 50s. This relatively low reproductive rate means that population recovery from threats like poaching or habitat loss occurs very slowly. Mating season brings dramatic changes to elephant behavior. Bulls enter must, a hormonally driven state characterized by increased aggression, heightened sexual behavior, and distinctive physical changes including temporal gland secretions and continuous urine dribbling. During this period, normally solitary males seek out female herds, competing fiercely for mating opportunities. The courtship between elephants displays remarkable tenderness for such massive creatures. Bulls approach females with careful deliberation, using gentle touches, vocalizations, and chemical communication to assess receptivity. Successful mating often involves extended interaction periods, with couples remaining together for several days. Environmental architects. African bush elephants serve as keystone species, fundamentally shaping the ecosystems they inhabit. Their feeding behaviors create diverse habitat mosaics, preventing any single plant species from dominating the landscape. By knocking down trees and creating clearings, elephants maintain the delicate balance between grassland and forest that supports Africa's incredible biodiversity. Their role as seed dispersers cannot be overstated. Seeds passing through elephant digestive systems often show improved germination rates, and the nutrient-rich dung provides perfect growing conditions for new plants. Some tree species have evolved specifically to take advantage of elephant dispersal, producing fruits designed to appeal to these gentle giants. Challenges in conservation. Modern African bush elephants face unprecedented threats that challenge their ancient survival strategies. Habitat fragmentation forces herds into smaller, isolated territories, disrupting traditional migration patterns and creating dangerous human-elephant conflicts. Climate change intensifies droughts, making water sources scarce and forcing elephants into increasingly desperate situations. Perhaps most devastating is the ongoing poaching crisis driven by international demand for ivory. The loss of older, experienced elephants disrupts social structures and eliminates crucial ecological knowledge, creating ripple effects that impact entire populations for generations. The circle continues. Despite mounting challenges, African bush elephants continue their remarkable journey from calves to titans. Each new generation carries forward millions of years of evolutionary wisdom, adapting ancient survival strategies to modern realities. Their story reminds us that true strength lies not just in physical power, but in the bonds of family, the wisdom of experience, and the resilience to endure in an ever-changing world. In the fading light of an African sunset, As elephant families gather at waterholes and calves play under the watchful eyes of their elders, the eternal cycle continues. From the moment of birth to the dignity of old age, these magnificent creatures embody the profound beauty and complexity of life itself, serving as living symbols of Africa's wild heart and reminding us of our shared responsibility to protect the natural world for future generations. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.